Hello and welcome to CyberOne Certification and Training. If you're part of our certification program, there is no exercise at the end of today's training segment. This is purely for informational purposes. If you're here for training or support, but you're interested in learning more about certification, you can reach out to your account manager or just shoot us an email at support@cb1security.com. Okay, so let's get started. So we're in the vendor risk management training segment today. And we're going to be looking at continuous risk monitoring and how we set that up in CyberOne as an addition to your vendor management program. So an increasing number of companies are turning to continuous risk monitoring solutions to either enhance or supplant the traditional assessment process in their TPRM programs. Many of these companies either implement these because they have large quantities of vendors and simply not enough manpower to effectively assess all of those vendors. So with continuous risk monitoring, this enables organizations to prioritize or better prioritize and focus on their highest risk, highest priority vendor core. Beyond that, of course, we know that in this world, there is some resistance growing to the traditional assessment methodology, although we don't think it's going away entirely. But more and more, we're seeing organizations, particularly large organizations, either refer TPRM teams to publish security measures or to providing SOC reports or similar security references. In this case, it's always a question of the size and value of the vendor and really, who's the most powerful in the relationship. But where a vendor is able to wield that power and just control the assessment process, this is something that we're seeing more and more of. And of course, just generally, TPRM teams are struggling to complete the number of assessments that they have to do. And this can be a long and laborious process. It often requires some clarification. And on the vendor side as well, it's often a complex process to go through and is not always smooth. So more and more organizations are looking for different solutions. And then finally, of course, assessment to some extent is a point in time option in an industry, the security industry, that is largely moving towards continuous monitoring and continuous compliance and risk assurance. So CyberOne provides this option. Of course, we also have the full assessment protocols as well for you. But this option can be achieved in CyberOne through our integration with a number of organizations, BitSight, Interos, Whitehawk, among some of those common companies that provide this kind of solution. These organizations all update their risk on a daily basis, and through the integration with CyberOne, that can be input automatically into our system. So there really is a set and forget element to this that enables teams to focus on monitoring and analytics and doing that more priority work of overseeing risk as opposed to the more laborious assessment cycle. So today's training, we're going to show you how the BitSight integration works as an example, but we do recommend that if you're interested in continuous monitoring, continuous risk monitoring, and this is something that you're looking at to add to your program, that you get in touch with us again through your account manager or just shoot us an email at support@cb1security.com and we can give you much more details. But today we're going to go into the management platform and show you how to set up the BitSight integration. So let's start by getting into our management platform. So here we are in our management platform. And as you can see, I'm in the vendor management module in the vendors tab. And I actually have a vendor record open, which is a dummy vendor from BitSight. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we activate BitSight then here. And first we're going to scroll down and just kind of show you what it looks like in CyberOne. So in order to access BitSight, there are a couple of steps that you have to go through. First of all, you do have to have a BitSight account. And then you'll be able to generate a token from that account that you'll send to CyberOne to enable us to then do the BitSight integration. So then as we work with you, what we'll need to do is get the selection of companies that you're interested in working on. And each of those companies will have what's called a GUI ID. We'll show you how to find that. And when you send that GUI ID to us, or you can just input it directly into CyberOne yourself, then you'll be able to access the BitSight information on that company. So here's basically what it looks like. If we go into the BitSight page on CyberOne, so effectively BitSight syncs on a daily basis, and it will update this information. As you can see, here are the different risks that are being measured here. And you get that BitSight report daily. Again, you don't have to sync this every day yourself. It will automate. It's all automated, and you can just come in and monitor this. So you can look at it in CyberOne, or you can just click on this link here, and that will actually take you into the BitSight site. Where you can see the actual account record for the organization. So, and again, you can see here then everything that's being monitored. And you can establish different rules in your BitSight account so that you can focus on specific risks that you want to see. And again, all of that then will just automatically sync with CyberOne once the integration is performed. So let's talk a little bit more then about that integration process. So what you'll need to do then is get your BitSight account. You can work with CyberOne to get that, or you can establish that independently. And when you get your account and you sign into BitSight, you're going to come to a screen that looks like this, where you can search for different companies and begin to build out your portfolio of different companies. And then again, of course, we can download these in CyberOne. But before you do that, what you'll need to do is go to the settings wheel and then just select your account. And if you scroll down here, you'll see that you have a token, or you can just click generate new token if you don't see that there the first time. And that will give you a token. And this is what we need on the CyberOne side. So then you can just email this to your account manager or work with the CyberOne representative online, and we'll get this for you. And that will activate your BitSight account on the CyberOne platform. Okay. So once you've done that, then you can, as I say, you can begin to build out your portfolio. So I'm going to go to my portfolio here. Here are some samples that we've selected. So as you see, I already synced with Blue Seas International. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at another one of these. I'm going to go to Black Hill Technologies. And I'm going to add this into the CyberOne platform. And the way I do this is first I want to go back to my CyberOne platform. And I'm going to add Black Hills Technology as a vendor. Again, this can all be done by vendor import. We can upload these records for you en masse through a bulk CSV file. But if you're just adding a single vendor at a time, here's a quick way to do it as an example today. So I'll add Black Hills Technology, and I'm just going to save it there. So we have the basic record. And then what I'm going to do is go back to my BitSight account, and I'm going to take the GUI ID for this record. And how we do that is the GUI ID is the numbers and letters here, the ID here, between the two backslashes between company and overview. So I just want to select that and copy it. Make sure you don't take the slashes with you. I'm going to go back to my vendor account. So in my vendor record, I'm going to go to the risk rating section. And now I'm going to double click on this and enter the BitSight GUI ID here that I copied earlier. Then I'll just click save. And now you'll see I have the opportunity to sync. So I just do this sync one time. And once I've done that, that will set the automation for you. Now you can see the BitSight rating has been populated. The BitSight report, the latest one is there. And I can click into that and see the data here. And again, go back to that BitSight account. To see the full reporting system there. But all of that information, again, is available in CyberOne. So just to recap those steps. So basically what we need to do then for BitSight integration is you need to set up your BitSight account and then go into your account and first provide us with the token. Once you've done that, we'll let you know that your BitSight integration is ready to go. And you can begin to build out your portfolio, search for companies here if you want. And then go into their accounts, take that BitSight GUI ID, and just cut and paste it into the risk rating section of your vendor record. Click sync, and then that's it. You're good to go, and that information will update on a daily basis. So that concludes our training for today. Thank you very much.